Welcome back. It's your best friends. It's Austin and
It's Sean.
Nice. All right. So last week we talked about Twitter is dying, or no, we said Twitter is dead.
Twitter is dead.
Okay,
Yeah.
because of Threads.
Yes.
But now we're seeing all these articles about how Threads lost like 2/3 of its active users.
Yeah, like within a couple days of starting.
So it got to 100 million users, the fastest ever that any social media has ever hit that. And now it's dying because all those people just were like, oh, it's just shitty Twitter.
Yeah. So first off, I want to hear your thoughts because we talked about it last week that you started using Threads. I haven't used Threads. I have not downloaded it. I haven't tried using it. So what are your thoughts? What are your takeaways after using it for 1 week?
Okay. I got a few takeaways. Number one, it's pretty like self-explanatory for the most part. I bet it would be easier for me if I used Twitter. I haven't used Twitter in like a decade.
Yeah.
Like I didn't actually ever use it for real. So like some of the buttons on there, I'm just like maybe too stupid. Like some things I'll click and I think it's to share on Threads, but it tries to go to Instagram.
Oh no.
Yeah, it tries to like share it to Instagram.
Yikes.
And I got really confused one time. I was like, what am I doing?
Yeah, that's really
like
weird.
I was trying to quote tweet or whatever. You know what I'm talking about?
like mention? Or no, not
like
mention.
so it shows the whole tweet.
Just a retweet.
Thread. But I wanted to say words about it.
Oh, yeah.
So I wanted to quote tweet it, I think they call it. So I clicked a button that I thought was quote tweet, but it was actually trying to send it to my Instagram page. And it was like, do you want to share this as a post? And I was like, yeah, a post on Threads. What the fuck is going on here? So I clicked post and I was like, oh shit. I had to delete it because it didn't do what I wanted it to do.
Yikes.
So maybe I'm just dumb, but it's not like I didn't understand what every button was without having to like fuck with it and mess with it. But there's no thing that's like, it's going to do this. It doesn't let me know until I do it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's that. Aside from that, I have like no followers on there because I don't know how you gain followers on Threads. I haven't really done much, but I thought I'll just post some things. So I posted like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 threads. None of them have gotten any traction. And I mean, like, I don't even think they've been seen by anybody. So I told you that Twitter last week felt like you're just tweeting to nobody. Unless you already have like a massive platform like Britney Spears.
Yeah.
Something's in my beard. Anyway. And you're like Britney Spears or Arnold Schwarzenegger or something, then it just feels like you're tweeting to nobody.
Yeah.
That's what this feels like. It feels like I'm threading to no one. Because I think the algorithm just doesn't push like smaller people. I think if you're Barack Obama, then yeah, you're going to get like a gajillion followers in 2 days and then everyone sees your stuff.
Yeah.
So it just seems like all the people who already had a platform, they just get more attention.
Well, you also said earlier today when we were talking about it that there's no functionality to be able to gain traction on like topics. Like there's no hashtags.
There's no hashtags. Yeah, like I tried to hashtag like a stock ticker. If you didn't know this and you're new to the channel, I have a YouTube channel where I talk about stocks and stuff all the time. So I tried to like put my own video on there and then hashtag the stock ticker so that people could look that up. And it's like, hashtags aren't supported. And I was like, what?
Yeah, that's so
What is
weird.
this? For a text-based, like how are you going to get
You're not going to get roped into the algorithm at all without them.
Exactly. I don't think so. So I don't know.
So it's all just like follower-based. And also the weird thing about that too is it's like, it's meta. Like they have the infrastructure for hashtags.
For sure.
Facebook and Instagram all already have hashtags.
And
supported.
WhatsApp, I'm sure has hashtags.
And WhatsApp
too.
probably. Well, maybe. I don't
I'm
know.
pretty sure it does.
It's a chatting-based app though. I don't
Yeah,
know.
but there's a feed on there, I think.
Really? Like a public feed?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know.
Like
It's been a while
businesses
since
are
I've
using
used
it.
WhatsApp.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
But like all of those public social media apps already have hashtags, so like it's not like it would add much overhead.
No, dude. It would probably be like 2 dudes, 1 day's work.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. And then you make edits and
Sure.
improve it over time. But that's the cool thing about Twitter is like you can be a part of like a trending movement and you can hashtag something and then you can be in the same like tweet space as Elon Musk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or whoever else that's big on
Yeah.
Twitter.
Anyone could see your tweet and Elon Musk
because you're
tweet in the
talking
same
about
pool.
that thing.
Mm-hmm.
If Palantir stock has a massive day and a bunch of people are looking it up and I hashtag Palantir, then my tweet can get in that topic. Just like YouTube has a great algorithm for that.
Yeah.
People can search it. It shows you the new videos. It shows you like news-based content for that day. And it uses the title and the thumbnail. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I haven't used it since, well, only 2 days ago. 2 days ago I used it for the last time. Before that it was 6 days ago. But yeah, it feels like I'm just tweeting to no one. And then I've seen other people on Instagram and on Threads be like, yeah, I'm pretty bored of
What's
this.
what's the verb for Threads? Like for Twitter, it's tweeting.
I guess it's threading.
Threading?
That's kind of cool.
That's interesting, yeah.
Threading. Yeah. So I think the text-based social media is just not. It's just like always going to be worse than video-based.
I think it's just
or
no
picture-based.
longer an innovative technology. I think if you make
Oh, it's
something
definitely
like
not
that,
innovative.
it's not going to compete with what's already out there because people aren't shopping around for that. And there's just already Instagram and YouTube, like other things that just provide more stimulus.
Fair. Yeah, and it's not. I don't think Instagram and TikTok and YouTube are going to kill Twitter
No.
or Threads or text-based, but it's like it's kind of already maxed out. It seems like it's like railroads. Like no new railroad company is just like a startup right now.
Yeah.
No one's excited to get into the railroad business. And on the same token, it's not like they're like, oh well, if electric trucks become a thing, railways are done.
Yeah.
If people say that, they're literally dumb. Like, you know what I mean? Like they just don't understand anything about the economy.
Yeah.
So yeah. That's the Threads update. Threads is dying. Lost
Threads
a
is
ton of
dying.
users. Dude, look at the background. Look at the moon. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah,
Oh my god, this is perfect. I have a factor fib, okay?
Oh,
see the background of the moon? All right, here's my factor fib. Wait, no. I have to present it as a fact, right? Okay. Factor fib. There have only been 3 people to walk on the moon. Is that a factor fib?
Fib.
How many do you think it is?
Less.
Okay, I mean,
it's got to be. It's either 1 or 2.
12.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I thought it was way less. I thought it was
Isn't
less
that
than
crazy?
that.
Yeah, so I got asked this recently. I think Kendall asked me recently. She said, how many people have walked on the moon? I was like, 2 max?
Yeah.
She said 12.
No way, dude.
Yeah, dude. That's wild, right?
That is pretty crazy.
I had no idea.
Unless... No, I'm not going to go there.
Yeah, dude, that's what I wanted to do. So have you heard the conspiracy theories? Right? What do you think about them? Do you think they're BS?
Do I think they're BS? Well, okay.
Do you think we've been to the moon?
To be fair, yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I don't know what all the conspiracy theories claim, and maybe there's...
So we haven't been to the moon.
Maybe... Well, I just mean, like, from an evidence standpoint, is what I'm
Oh.
saying. Like, what are people's claims as far as the evidence goes? It's like,
I haven't dove into it.
You know, maybe there's somebody out there that's gonna say something that's like, it's a good point.
Hey,
but
let us know. Let us know if you believe.
if you have a good theory,
like a really good theory,
yeah.
not just like a straw
Some
man.
bullshit,
Yeah, no bullshit.
but I forgot there was a dog down there. He's just sleeping. Yeah, I think we've been to the moon.
12 people.
That's pretty crazy.
I had no idea.
I thought it was gonna be like
They're all American.
of all the team. Nice. We got him. I was thinking of that team that went up there. Like only like a very small portion of them actually did. Like walked on the moon.
Dude, I looked it up. I can't remember what it said. Something like between 1969 and 72 was all of it was within that time frame. So why haven't we been back? That's weird.
That is weird. Well, what are we gonna find?
I don't know. It'd be cool to go back though.
I mean, I feel like when we decide to go back, I mean, when we went there, we didn't really find too much.
I don't think we're looking to find anything.
I mean, that's
Maybe
fair.
they are. I don't know.
But I mean, if we go back, what do it like? At that point, the first point it was like exploration, right? And now it's like we know what's over there. So I feel like when we go back, it's going to be like a private company, and we have
to mine something.
Huh?
Dude, that's gonna. Oh my god.
No, that's not even what I was saying. I was
Oh.
going to say like commercial, like but like somebody
like Virgin Galactic.
Yeah.
Or Virgin. Is that what they call it? Virgin Galactic.
Virgin Galactic.
Am I tripping?
Is that the company that did the flights into space?
Yeah, I think that's what it's called. Let me Google it. Fill up this airspace.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it would
Virgin
be a
Galactic.
private company. Yeah, so a private company like that, just taking people who have the money for it up to the moon.
Tons of money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a lot of money.
Oh my god.
That's my guess. I might be wrong, but
The extreme tourism thing is just so wild with the sub, but we're not going to go there. We already went there.
yeah, we already went there.
Okay, so
Would you go?
to the moon?
Yeah. Money is no object.
Probably not. The amount of places I would want to go before I go to the moon is extremely long. the list is so long. So maybe there would be a day where I'm like, yeah, I need more.
I need to go to the moon.
Like, I would want to see all the like seven wonders. I'd want to see like the cliffs in Ireland. I'd want to go.
Yeah,
to,
you
like,
haven't even tapped out the Earth.
So, you know what I mean? I'm not even close to tapping out the Earth. I haven't even tapped out the U.S.
Yeah.
I haven't even tapped out this state.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not interested right now. Maybe when I'm 70 and if money is no, maybe. If I'm 70, I'm probably just gonna send it and be like, yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah,
why not?
dude, that's such a crazy thought. Like, what is the technology going to look like in?
It's gonna be at least mildly better.
At least mildly better.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I just saw a glimpse of the future, and when we're 70, dude, Threads has taken off. It is gonna be the top social now. It's gonna be the top dog. I'm telling you.
Oh my god. Man, it's just going to turn into Instagram 2.0.
I think Twitter's going to exist when we're 70 years old.
Twitter. No.
You don't think so?
When we're 70?
Yeah.
No. I don't think so. It doesn't even exist anymore. It's not even called Twitter anymore. It's called, like, X Corporation, right? Like, he changed the corporation name.
What?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Pretty sure. He also started a new company called XAI or something like that. Or AIX.
But didn't he do... Nah, I won't go there. Have we heard from Neuralink in a while?
Oh, dude, yeah. You remember when he said
we would be where
we wouldn't have to speak anymore
in like 2 years?
That was in 2021, so we don't have to speak anymore. This is all a simulation.
Dude, that was so crazy.
Elon Musk is such an over exaggerator and an under deliverer. It's unreal. He's like we have a company where we have unfortunately under-delivered maybe 2 or 3 times. It feels like shit.
Yeah.
And it's like you can tell people reasons that are 100% valid and no one cares.
It doesn't matter, yeah.
Because they're like, well, you did say that you were going to... And I'm like, I know, but like, it's so hard. So like, I think you need to be very conservative with your projections. I think we're too liberal with some of our projections. Yeah. So, and Elon Musk does that shit too.
Like to a massive.
Yeah, the Cybertruck was supposed to be here in 2020.
Still not here.
It's still not here. I mean, it's close. Yeah. It's really close. Like people have seen them driving around and stuff. But
oh, really?
Are you gonna buy one?
A Cybertruck?
Yeah.
No. Are you?
Probably not. What's your next car?
Oh God, I don't know. I mean, I am not very much a car person, so. I got the car that I have, which is a Honda Pilot.
And what's the license plate number?
And it's, I'll tell you the year, make, model.
Color. What stickers are on it?
Yeah, exactly. I love the space of something like that.
Okay.
It's not the best for like fuel efficiency or anything like that, but I like having the space. And I think I'm just going to...
you work from home.
Yeah.
Fuel efficiency, who cares?
True. So I'm just gonna ride that baby for like a while, and then maybe if I'm sitting pretty, I'll buy a Tesla.
Yeah. So the next one's probably a Tesla.
I think it could be. I think if I buy a Tesla, it's gonna be in the presence of me having another like SUV, like I have.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's not gonna be replacing the SUV. I want Well, I want the space. Maybe it'll be a Rivian. Who knows?
Oh
but
my
those
God,
are very, very expensive.
They are expensive, but gosh, man,
I've been seeing more of them.
They're prettier than Teslas.
I agree.
And I think they're capturing a specific market that Tesla doesn't capture.
I was having a conversation.
It's like the Land Rover, Range Rover type of person who likes that.
I didn't go too in depth, but I had a conversation with somebody saying how this person said that the Rivian concepts were dumb because they're like very energy inefficient because they're not gas powered, and then the battery like power needed to take that much weight is like it basically makes it more inefficient than gas powered SUVs.
I mean, I believe it.
Yeah. And then it would just I don't know what charging costs and all that, but
I've heard right now it costs more than gas.
Yeah, so then it just becomes this whole thing where it's even more inefficient and a pain, and it's heavier, and it's more energy to get it moving because the battery is heavier too.
There's definitely drawbacks.
Yeah, so I don't know, but very pretty car.
They're
I do
cool.
like them a lot.
Yeah, I would be down to drive one.
I would love to drive one.
I think hybrid probably is still a better move for now. based on
I
the current
think
level
so.
of infrastructure.
It'll evolve.
I think so.
It'll evolve.
I think my next car is probably an SUV, and it's probably a Bronco.
Really?
Ford
Oh,
Bronco.
wait, we talked
Not
about
the
this
Sport.
the other way.
Have you seen the Sport one?
Yeah.
Not that
I don't
one.
like
It
those.
looks like a frog. I don't like it. So and I don't want the convertible top. I don't think. Maybe someone could convince me to get it, but it's just kind of a headache.
For the SUV.
Yeah, no. So yeah, Ford Bronco. They're so dope, dude.
Yeah, I like them.
It's a big car.
They're nice.
Yeah. The Rivian SUV is pretty enticing too, though.
They're pretty nice. They're so expensive though, because
Yeah,
they're made to order.
What are they, like 120, 130?
Yeah.
Like, and that's the lowest.
Yeah, at least. The thing with the Teslas too is like I like those cars, and like I said, I'm gonna have an SUV in addition to a Tesla. If I got a Tesla, like I probably wouldn't replace it, but they're definitely much more available.
Oh yeah.
Like
they're mass produced at this point.
at a lower cost. Yeah.
Yes, at a lower cost.
So
it is still expensive to buy.
by the time I decide to buy a car, Rivians might start getting to that point. To be fair,
but it would be nice to have the full self-driving Tesla technology. That shit's expensive, dude. It's like 12,000 or something.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
that is a lot.
Or you can buy it as a subscription, I think, if you don't want to pay like the 12,000 up front.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if you're like only gonna have it for a few years, it's probably less expensive.
That's pretty nice. Let us know in the comments.
Let us know in the comments. What are you gonna get? Yeah. Thanks. So you got a tweet? Speaking of Twitter.
Oh yeah.
There's a tweet from Andrew Schultz.
Yes.
He has the Flagrant 2.
Yeah, he does the Flagrant 2 podcast with Akash. I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
Sure. I have a story about this real quick.
Okay.
I have some friends who might be watching this video. We tried to do a basketball podcast.
Oh yeah.
You remember this?
Yeah.
It was fun. I mean, we had our first episode. We were chilling. It was like we had like a whole dealio. We like streamed it on Twitch.
Good.
It was fun. I liked it. And then it just didn't work out for a few reasons. One of them being scheduling and some other things. Yeah. But I didn't know the Andrew Schultz podcast was called the Flagrant 2.
Yeah.
And then we had Flagrant 3, and I was like, that's hilarious, because in basketball there's a Flagrant 1 foul, there's a Flagrant 2 foul.
There's a lot of basketball podcasts named Flagrant, by the way.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I didn't ever look any up. Anyway, that's just I should have done a little more research.
No, when you told me the name, I was like, oh, wait. Andrew Schultz, I don't know shit about basketball, by the way. So I saw that. I was like,
this next season, I'm getting you in.
All right. Sounds good. And I was like, wait, Andrew Schultz podcast is the Flagrant 2. I was like, what does it mean? So, for those of you that don't know, didn't you see him live?
Let me think. I saw somebody live who was really inappropriate.
Crowd work? A lot of crowd work?
Yeah. Like, he asked some lady, like, oh, what do you do? She was like, I'm a teacher. And then something.
And you were like...
Yeah, and I was like, oh, God, not me. And then he talked about, like, something... He went down this whole long line of, like, how does it feel to put your life on the line every day? Oh, it was bad. Anyway, I think it was him. I didn't know who he was at that time, though.
Yeah, he was smaller.
What are the two guys who are, like... You said it's probably this guy or this guy?
On Flagrant 2?
No. Whenever I said he was like really offensive. It was probably Andrew Schultz, bro.
I think it was Andrew
And then
Schultz.
someone else opened for him. To be honest, I like the guy who opened for him a lot more.
Andrew Schultz, he's the thin dude, very New York accent.
Yeah.
And his whole thing, at least when he was first starting out with comedy, is crowd work. He does a lot.
He did
of
a
crowd
lot.
work.
He did a lot.
So like most of his sets are like most of his sets are that.
It's just improvised.
Yeah, he just starts talking to people. It's actually probably the most impressive comedy in my opinion. Is when people can just like riff off of the crowd and make it work.
Yeah, it was really good. Pretty much everything landed. I mean, some of it was fucked up, but all of it landed. So,
yes,
he was impressive.
Anyway. Yeah,
right,
he tweeted something.
What did he tweet? You got the tweet up?
Yeah, I can pull it up.
I just want you to read it. And we're going to put it on the screen, too, so you can read it.
Okay.
And it's about, what, the writers and actors strike?
Yeah, so I'll just kick it off. Thoughts on the Hollywood strike. The real issue is that actors and writers want fair residual payments from the streamers. In order to define what is fair, the streamers will need to share how many people are actually watching their shows. And here lies the problem. My suspicion is that the streamers are refusing to share the viewership numbers, not because they're being cheap, but because no one is watching, and revealing extremely low viewership would kill the stock price. So, If most of these streamers are losing money in an effort to gain market share, the only justification for their spending is their stock price being high. Once that stock price tanks with the real viewership numbers, the streamers will have to cut back on spending, which means way less shows will be greenlit and the budgets for those shows will be severely reduced, which means way less acting gigs and writing gigs. So essentially, if the actors and directors strike is successful by making the streamers release their real viewership, the strike will essentially force the streamers to hire less actors and directors. So they're striking themselves out of work. Just a hunch, though. So,
okay.
A lot of stuff.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. Let's talk about the profits part first. I don't agree with his his analysis of profit situation. Profits are in a good spot for most streaming networks. They're spending, yes, because they have to try to increase market share. They're pulling their prices down, he said? Who's pulling their prices down? Tell me one streaming service is pulling your price down.
I don't know.
I've only seen increases.
Mm-hmm.
They're not pulling their prices down to try to steal market share. That ain't happening, bro. So that part is not correct.
Yeah.
And then besides that, the only reason a company would cut spending is because if profits are in a bad spot, right? Because if they want their stock price to go up, stocks follow earnings over time. And anyone who's business savvy should understand that. Yeah. So if your earnings as a company are increasing quarter in, quarter out, your stock price is going to get respected quarter in, quarter out.
Right.
That ain't happening. It looks great. Everything's fine. Like, stock market's in a great spot right now. Netflix, they had a bad quarter, but, fuck Netflix. They're not the only streaming network, not even close.
Yeah.
So let's not forget that. That said, I do think they're shooting themselves in the foot. I think they're fucking themselves over.
Yeah. I don't know. The first thing that I was thinking whenever I saw this Hollywood strike was how variable Hollywood is.
Yeah.
Like, it's so, like, there's, Netflix and all these larger companies, but that's not everything. Like, there's just a lot of writers and actors that are, like, barely making it.
Yeah, dude.
And it's like, they can't afford to pay more because they literally can't. And that's probably, like, a fat amount of them, to be honest. So Hollywood on its own is not a market that I think has much room to, like, negotiate wages just because of the viewership. I mean, there's just so many, like, shows that just don't do well, and that's just the reality of the situation.
Well,
they're
not good shows.
Yeah.
I mean, we've all turned on a show on Netflix that's just
not
terrible.
It. Yeah.
Like, or it's just not our cup of tea.
Right.
But, like, there's flat out some shows that just have terrible pacing. It's awkward, it's boring, it's bad acting, etc. It's like, this ain't it. Not everything's gonna be the next Friends or The Office.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I agree. A lot of shit sucks, and a lot of shit is average as fuck, and a lot of their wages are shit or average as fuck. Like,
yeah, exactly. As far as the bigger companies go, I mean, like Netflix and Hulu, Disney. I don't know what the wages are, but
I'm sure they're not.
That was my reaction too. I was like, are they bad enough that needs to be the reaction? I mean,
yeah, I don't think so. Everyone wants more money.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a hard thing, especially in that market, because it's hard to put a blanket statement that, like, actors and writers aren't getting paid enough.
Or the other way, that actors and writers are getting paid too much. Because
yeah.
that's probably not true either.
Yeah, that's
on average true. Maybe, but if you take the median, probably not.
Mm-hmm.
I was just having a conversation with someone about hedge fund managers and asset managers, period, and financial advisors and stuff like that. People who work on a fee base as it relates to stocks. That most of them, like a high majority, don't make that much money. But they're working 70, 80 hours a week for that not much money.
What do you think the average is?
I don't know what the average is, but I'm more interested in the median. Because remember, like, the average can be skewed by the top 1% who are literally making $20 million a year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some way more than that, I'm sure.
So what would you guess would be the median?
My guess would be pretty close to the average U.S. income.
Really?
Yeah, 58, 59, somewhere around there. That would be my guess. And those are still the guys who are working 70, 75, 80 hours a week. Are they going to get to a place where they're making more than that someday? Maybe. I don't know. But my guess would be the median. I could see it as high as 70, but I could also see it as low as 50. So I'm going to go somewhere in the middle, like 58 to 60, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
That would be my guess. And you can literally work a regular-ass job, have a side hustle, and make more than that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like really unfortunate. And work less than 70 hours with way less stress about losing other people's money.
Yeah.
And way less legal responsibility of not having to be someone's fiduciary. So, yeah. Or if you're a really good real estate agent.
Yeah.
You can make more than that. Anyway. Not here nor there.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's all the things on my list here. You got any other... Oh, talk about your glasses.
Oh, I got glasses.
All right, we'll see you.
See you guys next
time.
week. Yeah, this week I got glasses, and it's funny because like the past couple weeks, my girlfriend's been like, she'll like point something out, and I'll be like, "You can read that?" And I'll like try to read it back, and it's like way off. Like I was at the climbing gym, and they put the like route stickers that'll like say how difficult it is, and she'll be like, "Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that V3," and I'll be like, "I thought that was an 8.
Oh.
I thought that was a V8." But I was just like in denial. I was like, it's fine. Yeah. My vision is totally fine. So I go. She was like, you need to go like set up an appointment with an eye doctor. And I was like, all right, I'll go check it out. So I went there. I wasn't thinking much of it. I was like, I'll be fine. I go in and they make you do all these tests where you're looking at like certain pictures. And you have to read the lines. Yeah. And like I sit down and she's just like, all right, read the lowest line that you can. You know how it starts big and it gets like small. And I'm like, dude, I'll read the last line. Like I was so confident. I was like, all right, ZH7 probably wasn't one of them. But,
it's probably like a T.
Yeah, probably. And I'm just like going down, and I'm thinking I'm acing this. And like so I go and sit in the hallway, and they're like, all right, the doctor will be with you soon. And I was like, all right, well, it's gonna be a short appointment.
I'm a G.
Yeah. And I walk in, and she like puts like lenses in front of me, and she's like, all right, read this. And she's like, all right, is this clear or is this clear? And I was like, that one's clear. And I'm just going through this cycle. And she's like, yeah, so you have astigmatism. And I was like,
oh, dude, me too.
Dang.
Like when you look at like black and white lines on like a paper or something, and you like move your head, does it look like it's moving? You ever seen that?
Yeah.
Yeah, like my parents in their house have like these black and white curtains that like the black stripes that come down like this.
Yeah.
Dude, if I just
like
walk
trippy.
by, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah,
like,
trippy.
It messes me up. And if I look at it and do this, I could puke. Like it makes me so dizzy so fast.
I mean, it makes sense because like sometimes I feel like driving in the dark is not easy.
Dude.
So I guess. Yeah,
Guess
I don't know. I got these glasses and I put them on, and honestly, my first reaction was, "These are wrong," because like I put them on, and if you've never worn glasses before, it's so like disorienting.
Really?
Yeah, because it's like a completely different, literally, lens that you're looking through, and things are a little like different than just like your regular vision. Plus, you already got used to the bad vision.
Fair.
So you put this on, and things look super different. So, like, when I was walking out of the place, I was like, whoa. Like, I was like, this feels wrong.
Dude, that's weird.
Yeah, so it was disorienting. And then, like, I just continued to wear them. And then it just got to the point that I got used to them. So it was no longer disorienting. And then when I take them off, things are so blurry, dude.
Man.
Like, I didn't even...
Your pupils dilated immediately when you...
Really?
That was wild. They didn't do it this time. But, like, the first time, your pupil, it went, like, half the size right when you moved your glasses down. Whoa.
Yeah, so...
That was crazy. I wish you could have seen that.
Yeah, I got glasses.
Well, congrats.
Thanks.
We were talking to a friend. Wasn't he our first guest ever, Nathan?
Yeah.
Nathan Marty, first guest ever. If you haven't seen that episode, go watch it. It's really long, and we get into a bunch of topics. Anyway, talking to him, and he was like, yeah, dude, when's the last time you went to the optometrist? Talking to me. And I was like, oh, I've never been in my life. And he was like, what?
Yeah. The only time...
Like, why would I need to? I don't know. I can see.
Yeah.
Like, I can read that stuff on that TV, like at the bottom right. Like, I can read what that says. Can you read that from there without your glasses? Or with your glasses?
Peter... It's definitely way clearer with the glasses.
Yeah. Peter Norvig?
Norvig.
Yeah.
That was Novig. It's really hard to read with this.
Nice. Hey, he's blind, I'm not. Okay?
So I'm blind.
Keep this one for the record, okay?
Yeah. All right.
Well, anyway, before we finish this up, go to the Patreon. If you play drums, you can go learn a snare drum lick with us at the same time. It's really fun. We're going to do that probably once a week along with the Hog Wild episode. So go over to the Patreon. If you're in the $3 or $5 a month tier, you can see all the Hog Wild episodes, and you can see all the licks and all that stuff. Maybe we'll write them out at some point, too.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Anyway, go on over there. We're going to start the Hog Wild episode, like, right now. So we're going to end this video, like, right now. So we love you. Love you.